Hey everybody, welcome to The Professor. In today's video, I want to share with you why I dropped out of school and what am I doing now. But the big question is, why are you going to school? What are your dreams and goals in life? And what are your true intentions of going to school? Is it really because you want to be a doctor or a dentist or whatever you're going to school for? Or is it because of the money? So I've been reading this book called The Elephant in the Brain, and to give you a short summary, it's about our true intentions on why we do things and why we silver line our reasonings to make ourselves as human beings sound a little better than what our true intentions are. So we all know the elephant in the room as an expression, and so this is addressed similarly but in our brains as our hidden motives. For an example, when you go into a job interview, one of the most popular questions that they love to ask is, why did you apply for this job? Your answer is probably gonna be along the lines of, I heard this company was a really great company to work for, or I enjoy working in this specific line of work. But in reality is your true motive on why you want to apply for that job is because you need money to survive. And to get that, you need to apply for this job. But imagine how the interviewer would react if you straight up told them your true motives. It's an ugly hidden motive, but we as human beings want to look good for one another, so we automatically unknowingly state it that way. And it's not your fault, it's just how our minds are trained to work that way. Stating your true motives will not be socially acceptable if you tell people the reason why you want to become a doctor is because you want money. So we have to say that we want to help people. Which in reality, yes, you may want to help people, but we all know that doctors make hella bank. So when I was attending University of South Florida, I majored in biomed to become a dentist. And whenever someone asks me why I want to become a dentist, I hesitate to answer because honestly, I do not know why I even want to become a dentist. My bullshit answer would be something like, I want to help people with their teeth or make prettier smiles. But my hidden true motive is my parents wanted me to become one, the money, and most importantly, the money. But I'm not gonna say that because it somewhat displays an image into their heads on who you really are, and it puts it into their head that, oh, this guy's just doing it for money. But for some reason, that's not socially acceptable in today's society. And trust me, people are quick to judge like that. But we need money to survive. We need it to do what we wanna do. So why is it so hard to accept that the reason why we get out of bed every morning to go to work is because we need the money to survive? And if we don't get paid. So ask yourself, why are you going to school? If you truly want to be in that profession, then by all means, I totally respect that. But if you're doing it purely for money, or if it's your last resort, then please be open-minded to why I dropped out of USF. Today's age and time, if I really wanted to do something, I honestly can do it. Nothing is stopping me or you. If I really wanted to become a nurse, I can put out like 2 or 4 years into becoming one, and I can easily become one. If you wanted to start your own business with little to nothing invested, you can nowadays. That's how far we come with the use of technology. This is kind of a bad example, but I know that there are people out there who are making millions of dollars with selling their photos online. There are kids out there that are making YouTube videos that are making more than you can ever imagine. So why can't we do it? I am a strong believer in social media and the technology age. That's why I dropped out of college to start my own social media business. I started filming more, I started YouTube, and I have more time to do what I actually want to do. To me, it came to the conclusion that time was a huge issue for everyone. Every elderly person that I've talked to said the same thing over and over again, and it's that they wish that they can do the things that they actually wanted to do while they were younger. In my journey of studying people and experiences, I've noticed that we almost always talk about back then and how easy it was back then, or how much nicer it was back then, or how fun it was, but no one talks about the future. So my conclusion is we cherish the past more than we do the future is because most of us are afraid of the future. A lot of us are walking down a narrow path with a blindfold, so of course we're gonna be afraid. So if we're always looking back at the past and how we wish we can go back, why don't we take a moment to realize on what we're going through in the present? Take a second from this crazy world and take a deep breath. We're so caught up in the hectic world that we take a lot of what we go through for granted. So instead of grieving at what we don't have or want, look at the things that we have and cherish them before it's too late and we find ourselves looking back at it. So before I end this video, I want to share with you a story on why it's important to do what you want to do now before it's too late. So back when I was car shopping, I was at a car dealership and I came across the new 2020 Japanese Toyota Supra, and I inquired about it. The salesman told me that it was $50,000 and it only has 6,000 miles on the odometer. And I asked, why did the owner trade it in already? He said the owner was an elderly man and it was his dream car, but unfortunately he couldn't drive it because it was causing a lot of strain on his back. And basically he was too old to drive it and traded it in for a sedan. So imagine finally being able to afford your dream car and not being able to drive it because your body doesn't allow it. So moral of the story is do what you can. Moral of the story is do what you want to do now, because in the near future, all you're going to be doing is looking back at your youth. And one last thing I would like to stress is spend some time with your family. They're not always going to be around with you. And friends come and go. And there are a lot of people that say that they're always going to be there for you and everything. But in the end, no one is going to care for you as much as your parents do. So spend time with your parents because they spent majority of their lives working so that you can live the life that you live now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more future videos, and thanks for watching.